Today, on this episode of RealityGays.
It's Halloween in New Orleans, and we've got opinions on these costumes.
Raj tells Brandy, you're not such a fine girl, and you wouldn't even make a good wife.
And Poodle will make you feel disgusting for accepting free furniture.
Roll it, Christina.
RG on YT, y'all.
Get down tonight, Daddy.
It's time for Reality Gays. We're here to cover another reality show. And while the video plays, just sit back and let go.
Now, you may be thinking, where'd the theme song go? We made this little switch because copyright's a bitch. We got 90 Day, Mormon Wives, Lala, and more. And now you can watch us, you whore. You like to watch. You dirty slut. Yeah, you know.
Like it, don't you? A little too much. Ooh, moist.
RG on YouTube, y'all.
I want to show my creamy shoulders. And maybe my nipple.
Poodle, no!
I need to let everyone know, or make it known, that there's a few things that never need to be shown on television.
Okay.
Let's just start with, I don't know, decapitation.
Okay.
I don't think that should be shown.
No. I would say what happens in Poodle's playpen needs to never be shown on.
That's not ready. And the third one is exercises in acting class. This does not need to be shown to anyone.
No.
Because this is humiliating for everyone.
As someone who's done them, and I'm sure you have to, like,
there's a difference between the safety inside of a class where you feel like you can do it, and then to have this broad where you feel like you can explore, but to put them on television is the cringiest thing possible.
It felt really voyeuristic and
Yes,
not in a good way.
I got physically ill because I've done these. I've been in class where I've seen people look like fools, but everyone's looking like that, so it's okay.
Yeah.
As soon as you invite a television audience to watch acting or improv exercises, it is mortifying.
Nobody needs to see.
No one needs to be zip zaps up.
I was going to say no one. That's what I was going to say.
No one ever, or the worst, when they will, you say your name and then you do a movement or gesture. That one actually makes me physically ill.
I love doing that as a teacher, but I don't want it filmed.
I died a little bit watching these people. And I bet these actors who are at this community center, which is what it looks like, have some stories.
Yeah.
Oh, God, never broadcast this.
Never, ever, 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 ever. No, I agree. Boy, I mean, because you're right.
God.
It's a safe space, and this wasn't. But it was to maybe your enjoyment and Poodle and I's horror.
I was horrified.
See what I did there? Horror, because later on they go to a spook. Horror. See what I did there? Y'all, this is Reality Gays. I'm Mattie.
And I'm Poodle. And we're two ridiculous homosexuals who love nothing more than tearing reality television a new one.
We do. And we're talking about 90 Day Fiance, Season 12, Episode 6, When Two Worlds Collide.
Worlds collide!
This is our
Seinfeld,
part one.
Yeah.
We do it in two parts, so it's our part one. We are going to, if you don't like listening to announcements because you think they take too long, well, guess what? I'm giving Poodle a time limit again because we've got to go see Brigadoon tonight, and we've got to go see a gay musical. So we got to get through these announcements and do this wonderful show.
Really a gay musical, but all musicals are by definition gay.
Have you ever walked around your house singing Heather on the Hill, pretending you were fucking Sid Charisse?
You watched that movie more than I did. I've seen it once. You know that a man sings that song in the real score.
But
yeah, the movie changed about a bunch of things.
Go fact yourself.
This is when you don't know the ancient texts. You only know versions. Yes, go ahead.
Whoever does Brigadoon, y'all.
People do it in high school. I've never seen the show live. I just know the score. They did it in my high school. I think I was off doing something else.
Who knows? That's when you're grunge fear. I don't know. Y'all go fact yourself with J. Van Keith Stratton and
J. Keith Van Stratton.
I said that wrong. Y'all go fact yourself with J. Keith Van Stratton and Helen Hong, or as you like to yell her name,
Helen Hong. It's a good yelling name.
It is with our friend of the pod, Stacey Keenan. That aired last, if you're listening to this, that aired about a week ago on NPR. So be sure to check that out. We had a great time. It was really wonderful.
I gotta say, it was a dream being on NPR.
It really was.
I'm an NPR freak. And I've had people contact me and who I haven't talked to in years who listened to that show.
Yeah, I had people. It was really cool. It was very cool.
And that was really fucking cool to be there. And the coolest thing about it, we mentioned this before, is it's live, and so they record it, and that's why it's just seamless when you hear it. But like, let's try that again when they pronounce something wrong, and you just kind of went, I love this radio thing.
And then we both looked at each other and said, we're not doing that.
No,
we have Christina, but we still, we ain't NPR. So thank y'all so much for being excited about that. We were very excited as well. Also, if you are listening to this on either Sunday, the 14th, or on Monday, the 15th, you still have time. Poodle's sadly out of town, but Nicole Byer and Marcy Giroux of the podcast 90 Day Bay, we have been trying to do a collab with them for 4.5 years, I would say.
And they've been too busy because they get busy.
Much busier than us. But they are doing a live show at 90 Day Bay at Dynasty Typewriter in Los Angeles. They asked us to be on. Poodle has to go to South Carolina because he can't postpone his mother's birthday because y'all know she would kill him. So it's going to be me flying solo, but I'm very excited to be on the show. And if you can't be there in person, you can go to the live show. There will be a live show that will be broadcast and will be up for 2 weeks. So you can get a ticket to that if you want to watch. Just go to the 90 Day Bay Instagram, or if you're part of their Patreon, it's a Patreon only show. You can go to their Patreon page and the information will be
They're hilarious.
They're wonderful.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. We're very happy to be asked. And as Marcy said, when you said, I can't, I've got to go see my mother. She said, it will happen again. Don't you worry. So, and I believe that.
Sure.
Y'all, we've seen the puppets.
Yes.
We've seen the puppets.
I wanted to say something about this. We have seen the puppets in the, it's called hotmess.gov. I believe. We've seen that puppet account that does all the 90-day things, and I love you guys sending me those things, and I did repost some of it just because I thought some of you would see my story and then wouldn't show it, would send it to me, and I'm glad you have. I can say this now. I follow the account. I don't need to see anymore. The other thing I want to talk about is that is almost certainly AI. I actually checked it today, and it is.
Well, there's no way they could do things so quickly.
There's no way and here's the thing. I'm not here to ruin your fun, even though I do it very freely and enjoy a little bit of it. But this time, I'm not here to yuck your yum. You can do whatever you want on that site. I won't be sharing it and I won't be following it. We're both creators here. We're a podcast about creating material, and AI is undermining that. Yeah. So it's something we both.
We're also a SAG podcast, and we know if you've read any of the news, you know SAG's stance on AI as well. So
what I would ask for a lot of you guys, and it's an extra step, but a good thing of mine. You're like, well, how do I know if something's AI? I can tell you, Cheryl. They actually have a lot of AI detectors now. So there are 2 free ones. This is where I found that that video was indeed AI. One is called Uncov AI, UNCOV AI, and Bitmind. And you can just drop the video. So what I would ask you guys to do, or just maybe think about, because AI is so pervasive, and I think for us anyway, we're, as people who are creating material and creating content, this is directly competing for us. And the stuff that's coming out is never good.
It really
Let's just
competes
say
with
that.
people like Reality Rocks, who does this incredible job and spends
Exactly.
all this time doing these amazing characters.
So what I would ask you is, before you share something, or send it to people or post it in our Facebook group or try, give a thought to put this through an AI detector. There's the ones I just listed are free. I think that we need to do more of that. No one on this podcast has ever tried to share anything AI, even on a show like The Gaily Dose.
No, I've done it. That's actually was good. I actually was about to say that. So before you try to shame me about, because it's so, I didn't even know that actually they make AI detectors. So I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't know there's website. So it's very easy. Like, that's why we took a segment out. It's, we just didn't know. So, because I thought with rules, because some videos will say at the bottom something #AI or creative AI, and then I know, but that they don't have to do that.
No.
Yeah. So there's not any hard and fast rules about it. So
no. So again,
anyway,
I don't want to poo-poo anything. I don't want to take the joy away from you. Do I think those scenes are amazing? Yes. I will not be sharing them. I shared them just so you guys would know and stop sending me honestly DMs. But we won't be doing that account anymore. Have fun with it. You want. It's just not for us.
There you go.
Yep.
One more thing. I guested on Amy. Y'all know Amy Archer from Little Miss Recap, but she also has a show called Murder She Watched, which covers, true crime. And she asked me to guest on a show talking about, we talked about the Matthew Shepard, actually not the murder of Matthew Shepard, moreover, but the documentary Matt Shepard is a Friend of Mine, which I highly recommend. If you have you seen that documentary?
What is that on?
It came out in 2015.
I think I must have seen it.
You can watch it for free on Tubi. I bought it on Apple TV. And you actually, if you go to, I think, is it the Matthew Shepard
Is that with his friend, the woman? Is that with? Yeah, I've seen that. That's great.
If you go to the Matthew Shepard organization, you can actually buy the video there, and they donate to the Matthew Shepard. Anyway, wonderful, wonderful documentary. And so we had a great conversation about that. So be sure to check that out on her Patreon.
It's crazy how vivid that still is. I remember when I first heard the news.
But that's why she brought it up, because Amy Archer said at the beginning of her show, her daughters didn't know who Matthew Shepard was.
Oh, wow.
That was of our generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was in 1998. I mean,
wow.
So it's not so vivid to a lot so
and it's still very vivid to me. Yeah,
I'm glad she's bringing it back up, maybe people will learn about that.
I'm going to make a quick transition that makes no sense. Have you heard about our Summer Slammer sale?
Summer Slammer sale
from Matthew Shepard to Summer Slammer sale. That's how we do it here at Reality Gays.
That's how we do it here, y'all. 75% off. Solely for the month of June. And July, you'll be charged the regular fee, but it's only for the $8 and the $15 tiers to celebrate what, Poodle?
Both Pride and the return of Love After Lockup, which is having a fucking great season.
A fucking great season.
If I do say so myself. We just recorded one yesterday with a new couple called Dia and Cyrus. And Dia lost her husband and her ex jail boy, both to the town whore, and we somehow got her for an interview.
We did. Well, we have connections, not good connections at Reality Gays, but we have connections.
Also, because if you want to listen to the first episode of that season, and you're like, I'm not on Patreon, or I'm not on RG Plus. Guess what, honey? You can become a free member to our Patreon, and you strive for it. You can watch that episode and say, do I like this? Do I want to jump in? Do I have feelings for other boys?
All right.
These are all questions
They're all questions you can ask yourself. Don't ask us in the messages if you have feelings. I mean, if you do, that's great.
I can't help you with that. Maybe I could help your husband with it, though.
Okay. Maybe go to a gay pride. And if you need to go to a gay pride and you don't know anyone, go in the Facebook group in our Sissy Squad, because we got a pride post for the month of June where you can meet up with other sissies.
Say what you're doing.
And see what's going on and where you can pride it up in your community. So,
y'all, we are fully ensconced in the hot, shiny garbage that is Love Island.
Mm-hmm.
Or as people in the know call it, LI. I don't think they do.
I don't think they do. I like watching it. I'm really enjoying it.
I think it's one of these things I'll get obsessed with. It's kind of like how I hated Big Brother when it first came out. And then I started watching and I'm like, oh my God, I fucking love it.
I think why you don't.
The kissing is still bothering me.
I think why I meant to talk about this on the episode and we just recorded it and I didn't forgot. But I think why you probably, there's not really any couples that I want to root for yet. Because let's be honest, you're a slut. But you're a romantic slut.
I am.
You need romance. You need someone to believe in that love.
Yeah.
And I think once that happens, you're going to get so obsessed with this and you're going to think about them all the time. And if they don't work out, you're going to be crushed.
Maybe.
So that's what I think's going to,
Y'all, our episodes drop every Wednesday. I thought we had a really fun episode.
Yeah, we did have a fun episode.
Recorded. Mm-hmm. And in July, we did have a YouTube live we won't have a YouTube live for June for the people on RG Plus, the $15 level, because I'm in Greece. I'm away.
You're gallivanting.
I'm abroad.
Gallivanting.
I'd love to be abroad. I'll definitely be abroad when I'm 75.
Kind of are.
I'll be
You're not
in Greece.
a woman, but you're kind of abroad.
I'm more of abroad. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we'll be doing an hour-long YouTube live in July.
July 19th.
And our official Reality Gays vacation is from Monday, June 29th through Monday, July 6th. Again, we will be having content then. Please do not say where I need my shows. You will be getting probably an AMA, and then maybe a best of. We'll have content. Don't worry.
We'll have content.
We won't have an episode of 90 Day. You're going to do Love Island with a guest, so you're going to step in.
So we will see who.
We'll see.
Who knows?
Anywho, I think that's it.
I think that's it. Let's jump in.
Only 17 minutes later. Okay, let's just jump in with Catie and Josh. What I realized this week is not only is Catie an absolute mess, she's also cruel to him.
You know what I recognize? There's been so much talk about her OCD and her.
She's also an asshole.
Well, I also wonder, and I had to Google because it's been a while, but I wonder if she has histrionic personality disorder. Because
this is a whole cocktail.
Because people with HPD, but they overly sexualize situations, and she does that. Yep. And again, the lack of empathy and also the need. I thought about when she was dancing it's the constant need, because the OCD doesn't explain her constant need for attention. Yeah. And to be the center of it.
Yeah.
So what
makes her an asshole?
That's part of the history. It's part of like the inability that if she's not in the center of attention or being attuned to, she can lash out to people. This person does not need to be on reality TV. And it's interesting that we've had assholes like Big Ed and things like that. And I'm not saying she's nice to him, but for her, it's almost like I feel, what's hard to watch their segments is I feel like it gives me sometimes Lalu vibes, where someone on Lalu, you see them battling with the addiction.
Yeah.
In real time. And it feels like I see Catie battling with her mental illness in real time.
Yeah. I think the other part of this is it's hard not to feel empathy for him when she shouts him down.
Yeah.
So y'all, there's shit everywhere. I can take that they're moving, but it looks worse somehow.
No, it looks bad. I got it made me anxious.
And so she's making breakfast. She's like, also this guy is so addicted to this manic pixie dream girl shit that she does. It's like, yes, Catie is eating pizza for breakfast. She also eats chips, and she's just she's a bold, wild personality. She's such a free spirit. Again, there were a lot of crazy people who they describe that way.
This woman's going to ruin your life, bro.
Yeah. They're still sleeping on that twin mattress. And
here in that garage.
I swear to God, I'd be out of there in a day. You would not be able to do that. She comes in already in a shitty mood. Why'd you cook so many eggs? I hope they weren't expensive. You know, and he's like, yes, I know you've made a rule that you want the most unhappy, least well cared for eggs. So it's a kind of a kink for him to be humiliated. But after a while, he's like, no, we're not doing this. And
she also poo-poos the whole system of eggs in America.
I don't know if this I don't think this is true. Because
she's like, they say they're free range. They say they're organic. She's like, it's all a scam. They're all unhappy. They're all caged up. Oh, she poo-pooed the whole thing.
I think there's a big difference from sissies will definitely correct me on this. From what I think, from what I've heard, there's a big difference between free range and cage free. And the worst thing here is, like, if your eggs say nothing, they probably don't have a lot of places to walk. Your chickens, but some sissies can give us a little bit more of a. I'm sure there's a sissy listening who knows so much about that and goes, "It's my time.
It's my time. It's my time."
But I cannot believe they would be able to be that false advertising. That it's a complete scam.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway,
I
will continue to buy organic cage-free eggs because I don't know. That's me. So he's like, I've been making a list of essentials. We don't have to he's like, we don't have to all of it today. She's getting overwhelmed already.
Yeah.
What do you think? Could the extreme frugality be a symptom of this too? Be a symptom of some kind of scarcity? I was trying to figure it out.
Well, it definitely, I've talked about this before. Her anxiety is off the chart. She's not medicated for the anxiety. So I think, yes, and I bet, call me psychic or not, but I feel like if we dug into Catie's past, there will have been many instances where she tried at something and absolutely failed miserably.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think there's that on this too. And probably some of those things are, if she, some people can have spending issues with OCD and feel like they need to buy things over and then get themselves in massive amounts of debt.
I don't know if it doesn't seem like running away from a debt issue to me. It feels like an obsessive, I have to get the cheapest thing possible.
Maybe that's the obsession. Yeah.
But it's affecting someone else. Like she is completely unrelenting in that. And she's like, you want everything right now. And he's like, how about an iron and an ironing board? Her first question is, why? Well, I would like to iron my clothes. Well, how about dining chairs and tables? I think are a must. And she's like, I don't think so. He's like, do you enjoy eating on the floor? She's like, that's not bad. Hurts my back. And she's like, we never sit at the table anyway. We just eat on the couch. And then the funniest thing, she cannot even compromise. And then later we find out he actually has money that they're pooling together. So she's micromanaging his money.
Yes.
And she says
he saved money to move.
Yeah. So he says, it's something that I would like, this dining room table. And she says, that's stupid. And I'm sorry. I was racking my brain trying to come up with the person that I love or supposedly love, trying to think if I would ever, they voice their opinion and I go, that's stupid. I could not say that.
So you've never told me something was stupid when I brought it up to you?
Well, I don't love you.
Oh,
not in a
okay, that's
relationship
fair.
with you.
That's fair. That's fair.
Also, you deserved it. It was stupid.
No, but you're right. That's you don't.
I flinched every time
it was really hard to watch.
Said that to him.
It's again that she comes off. This is going to the HPD. Everything seems very shallow with her. Nothing seems that deep. And Josh seems like this really thoughtful, granted, kind of fucked up in the head. Something's going on with his
There's
picker.
some kind of humiliation kink going on.
There's something going on.
I know it.
But he seems like a caring person and thoughtful. And she is not, I don't see any of those things with her.
Nope. Yeah.
So
she says, you waste money all the time. She's like, she says, I don't trust you with, she straight up says this, I don't trust you with money because of the poor decisions you've made in the past. He went, what do you mean? And I went, poor decisions? Who the fuck are you to talk about poor decisions?
Yeah, they didn't even have an apartment until the day before. And then you picked
I went, what are you fucking talking about, bitch? That's what I wrote down. And then he's like, not poor decisions, just things you disagree with. And then she says, you bought $400 sunglasses. And she's like, I've been patient. He went, okay, I've been pretty patient about your stuff. And we can't even compromise on this.
I appreciate when he said, look, I'm not letting you shame me. And I'm, he's like, and he keeps saying, and girl, my back hurts.
Also solidarity.
Yes, solidarity. But he brings up, she's right. She's constantly angry about this. And her argument, as he says, she just is like, oh, it's stupid. There's no logic behind what she's saying.
No. Then he says, I've been part of a company that has assets of multi-millions of pounds. It's a small expense. And I went, where's this money? Because it seems like usually in the 90-day situation, the person from wherever doesn't have a pot to piss in.
Usually, yeah.
And he says later, I paid for all the immigration stuff.
Yeah, he paid for it all.
Why is he taking this shit about, I guess now it's their money? I guess
maybe he acts like he's not, like, is he still going to work? I'm confused.
Someone pointed out, he's coming here. There's no, they say 90 days. He signed a year lease. So it's almost like, why would he sign a year lease if he wasn't just moving here? We don't even think the K1's part of this.
So they think maybe he's here on a work visa?
I don't know if it's work. I don't know. That's a good question.
Or how long can you get a travel visa? 6 months?
No, not even that long. I think you can get like a travel visa for like 3 weeks or a month. I'm
going to Google it right now. I'm going to ask Uncle Google.
But anyway, so she keeps, he's like, you should stretch or exercise more. You should stretch more or exercise. And I went, I knew you were off.
You can do it for 6 months.
Okay, 6 months.
From UK to the US. Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know you were a dick.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just mean. There's no redeeming qualities for her anymore. So they're at the furniture store. And
it's actually, it's 90 days, but you can get granted up to 6 months.
Okay. For a tourist visa?
For a tourist visa, but the 6 months can be more provisional.
Got it.
Sorry, go ahead.
So remember, y'all, she thinks they can get stuff for free furniture from a friend. I'm going to tell you this now. Anything you ever get for free is going to probably have cum stains.
Your bed did.
I know.
But you got a Tempur-Pedic bed for free.
That was a lesbian's bed. It wasn't cum stains, but it was definitely vaginal.
Yeah.
It's not going to be good quality. What I'm saying, it may not have cum stains. It's going to be falling apart.
Yeah.
And especially her friends.
Yes.
Come on.
I mean, I got a free couch, and it's a really nice couch because she couldn't move with it. But I'm sure there's cum stains on it. I don't care.
If you're getting free furniture,
I got a free velvet fluted couch. It's amazing.
You got that for free?
My neighbor downstairs was moving out. She said, I can't take this to Boston. Do you want it? And I said, sure. I was literally going to buy a green couch, and she gave me one for free.
Cool story, bro.
Well, you asked.
I know. I'm sorry I did.
You asked, bitch.
I kind of passed out halfway through it.
Yeah.
So he's basically saying...
Because can we talk about when he talks about paying for the immigration, and she's kind of like, well, I wasn't sure I wanted to do that. What?
She basically says she's not sure whether marriage is right for her. Yeah.
What are you doing?
And he said, you said you were ready. And the other thing, so they're looking at stuff. She's like, I don't really like it. I guarantee you she was planning on not buying anything.
No, she's not planning on buying anything.
And we find out he's put 2,000 to 3,000 pounds towards moving expenses. And she says, you said you were the house husband, so figure us out how to get cheap furniture then. That told me everything I needed to know. Figure out how we're going to get cheap furniture. In other words, everything we have is going to be cheap.
Yeah.
Because I need to live that way. Mm-hmm. It's an obsession.
Does she have a job?
She was a pet sitter. So I don't think she has a job right now. But
I don't see how she could hold down. Okay.
He said she had savings.
I'm shocked by that.
She was a traveling pet sitter, remember? That's a very mercurial job.
Yeah.
So, and she says, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just, you just need all these things now, and I have a strategic plan. You have a plan? What is that plan? And then she says, you've been super demanding.
This guy's been so fucking just British nice.
Yeah.
And doesn't ever raise his voice.
I just don't know what to think after this. It's like, how does she defend this behavior?
I don't know. I will say the couples are coming in. I can't think of a season in a long time where already, in episode 6, I'm like, are y'all going to make it 2 or 3 more episodes? Because this is going south
Debby
quickly.
and Mido?
Oh, yeah.
That's got to be over soon, right?
Has to be.
Let's move over to another confrontation between Brandy and Raj.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, you first.
I don't think this is fraudacity.
It feels like it to me.
But I just feel like we both know Brandon's. And the way they would respond to him would be so much more heightened to me.
I know. Yeah.
And angrier and louder. And so I just that made me go, huh. I mean, this is the person who said last episode he chooses violence.
Right.
So
and I that's kind of where I was. I was kind of like, or Brandon is choosing a lot of restraint here, but it doesn't track with what he said earlier. Mm-hmm. But he basically, Raj says, I have a problem with you. And my favorite thing is Brandon just spits on the ground as soon as he said that.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean? He's like, you called my fiance and you came over. And that's not good. That doesn't jive with my culture. And I don't want you to be friends with her. And he says, and Raj says, he looks like caveman. His voice is very gravelly. he's like, yeah. And
that's funny,
like,
because it kind of is.
And we've heard this before. My country doesn't have, you're not friends with your exes.
Yeah.
And I think the trick here is, it's kind of like Sarper. if you remember, Sarper never wanted to think about Shekinah, people who had been with Shekinah before.
Although he kept missing his 2,834 women at pleasure.
Exactly. But he would say, no, I don't want to ever think about you being with another woman or another man.
Another man, yeah.
And so that's exactly what Rosh is trying to do here.
Yeah.
It's too overwhelming for him to even enter his brain. So every time he sees Brandy, he thinks that man's had my wife. And so it's not even about, it's more
That's a good
than
distinction.
Yeah, it's more than just do I agree with it? No. But that definitely comes from a part of Turkish culture. Now, what they're going to have to do is make compromises on that. And I have a feeling when she finds out this went down, it's going to be quite the scene.
Well, because what she's going to be pissed about and what Raj really needs to course correct is, and I kind of agree on the side of Mallory, it's kind of like with Debby and Mido, bro, you left your home country. You are in the U.S. now.
Yeah.
Women get to behave very differently than your home country. This man of the house shit it's just not part of the culture here. And you chose to come here. So why are you expecting it?
Sadly, it is part of the culture, not with Mallory.
Yeah.
Not you could find an American woman who you could do that with. You'd probably have to go more rural or something trad-wifey.
It's not as pervasive.
Not as pervasive as in
That's
Turkey.
what I was trying to say. And so I think that's what she's going to be upset about, that he went behind her back and talked to Brandy.
Yes. But he even says, he's like, look, Brandon says, I respect your culture and coming here, but I'm one of her close friends, regardless of our past. And Raj says, I don't care about any of that. I'm here. Don't call her, text her, and delete her number. And
I'm like the government. Me and taxes are forever.
I feel like this guy thought of that line before. It did not feel like it was delivered. And y'all, the funniest thing is, Raj just kind of goes, I don't think you understand me. And he doesn't seem threatening at all.
No, he's not threatening at all.
Which is why I think Brandon isn't really taking the bait here.
That's a good point.
And he says it really calmly. And at one point he goes, look, you don't have a choice in this. This is, and Raj says, I'm the boss in my house. She must listen to me. And it's because his voice is kind of high.
Yeah. Compared to Brandon's voice talking like this.
And he's
sitting on my tailgate and demanding things.
Y'all had not heard about the tailgate thing either. I'd only heard about that briefly in South Carolina.
Yeah, that was new to me.
But he did say, Raj did slam the tailgate at the end. And I went, really? Oh, my stars and garters.
And Brandon's like, motherfucker.
And at one point, Brandon says, you want the mutual respect you're asking for. You're sitting on my tailgate. When it comes to a man's truck, you better treat it like you treat me. Exactly. I don't know if this is massaged or not, due to the fact that they don't seem to have a lot of problems. So we'll see.
Maybe recreated. I don't know.
Yeah. Debby and Miss Mido.
Spoiler alert for Spook House. Spoiler alert for people triggered by spook houses.
Mido seemed to love it, which felt so chilling to me.
He's a psychopath.
I'm telling you.
This guy's scary as fuck to me.
To walk through a haunted house just staring and having a good time with people, it also, there's a lack of respect. I'm not saying you should respect everyone in a haunted house, but you play along. You play along with the normal thing.
I actually think it is a lack of respect, especially
from an actor.
If you are an actor, you recognize these people are performing. But this guy makes it all about him always.
So she's making a chores list, and he's like, I'd like you to help with the dishes. He goes, my hands hurt. Ow, my tiny licorice wrists.
What about trash? Clack, 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 clack. Can you do the trash? Well, no.
I'll sleep. No.
And Debbie's like, he doesn't like to do certain things. And he's like, but it's different in Egypt. Again, shut up.
We're not in Egypt. Yeah. And he laughs and she's like, he's thinking I'm joking. And so she has helped him find an acting coach. And he says, this is my greatest priority here in the U.S., not getting married.
So,
yeah.
And enter Jimmy, the acting teacher.
Jimmy,
the acting teacher. Now, he's nervous because he's going to be acting in English. And they, Jimmy introduces a class and we find out
this is a real rogues gallery of people. They're all different ages. And I can see, and y'all, yes, you can get film work everywhere. But if you're not in Atlanta, New York, Los Angeles, you're not working regularly.
I think a lot of these people probably
maybe
just wanted to take an acting class, like as an interesting thing. Whereas Mido puts all this expectation on it. And, and he says, tells the class, I want to be a movie star in Hollywood. And Jimmy's like, as do we all. As do we all. Now, we do find out that he studied in Egypt. What did he say, for 4 years?
Yeah, in an academy. Mm-hmm.
So he studied there at an academy. So sure. But already, Poodle, what would you do if you, as a teacher, dictated a class exercise and then one of the students came up to you in the front of the class and said, actually, I have a different idea of how to do it?
I have a different idea. I would say, so you want to teach the class now? Oh, great. Perfect. Here, I leave this in your charge.
And you would just walk out?
Yes. Or I would say, you want to teach the class now? Great. You take it. And then they realize how stupid and how much they've already crossed a boundary. Actually, you know what? If someone said, if I go back to me teaching kind of coaching and performance in a class kind of setting, so whether it's like a repertoire class, if someone said, I don't want to do it that way, I would say, well, that's the way we do it in this class. Mm-hmm. I think everyone else has already done it that way. And that's the method that we've come up with here. And so I would suggest, if you don't want to do it that way, then I would maybe suggest a different class, because that's the way we're doing it here.
Yeah.
And it's just, it took a lot of chutzpah to say that.
Yeah. It was I was pretty gagged and gooped.
Yeah. And at one point, Jim says, you're here to participate. I'm like the director. I don't expect it to be perfect, but if you don't do what the director says, or you get fired.
Yeah.
And if you don't know anything about this business,
you're not Joan Crawford, bitch.
No. You are replaceable. You are replaceable. The director is the hierarchy is the director. And for a lot of reasons, it's not a great hierarchy sometimes. But there needs to be a boss, and there needs to be people who are saying there's going to be one boss. Mm-hmm. And then everyone feels comfortable. Mm-hmm. Because if there are like 3 or 4 bosses, no one feels comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's the relationship they're setting up here. And when you start doing shit like Mido and going your own way, other people start to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because they don't know who's making the rules. And for actors, you have to be very safe. Feel very safe.
Yeah, because it's a vulnerable thing.
Exactly. And so what they're doing is, I've seen this exercise done, it's very Paula Homer.
I've done it. Yeah. I didn't love it, but I've done it.
You're saying ordinary words and say it's kind of a way for emotional range. Yeah. To show emotional range and to tap into emotional range.
I understand. Yeah. I didn't like it because I felt like we were
acting from the inside out.
Yeah, and it felt
outside
like
in.
it felt like we were actually playing pretend, not acting, because there was no context to what we were talking about.
Exactly.
But they also some would argue that
You're finding the colors.
you're finding the colors,
Yep,
the raw emotion
I get
of it
that.
without the context. So I understand the place for
Which
it.
is very entry level, I will say.
That it's very yeah. It's a kind of it's a kind of stuff that I would want to do like in middle school.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This is. I think this is the intro to acting class.
But we've got actors and acting teachers. Come at us.
Yeah, this felt like an intro class.
Oh, for sure.
And so
He gave him a C+.
He's got a C plus. And later on, he talks to the director. He's like, "So what do you think? Should I leave New Orleans to go to Hollywood?" And he's like, "Well, there's a lot of people who act for a long time and they never become stars. I've had to do a lot of survival jobs.
And
A
are
phone
you-
operator.
Yeah.
I waited tables. I sold plasma. I don't know.
I taught this acting class, and I'm still here teaching this acting class.
Exactly, and I'm still hoping for that one film role that will eclipse frightened inmate number 2, like Tobias. And so he's like, okay. He's like, I deserve. Then Mido says, I deserve to do what I love. And again,
Yeah.
the hairs on the back of my neck stood up.
Yeah.
Because we deserve dignity as human beings. We deserve dignity. As a humanities, we all deserve to be happy.
Yeah.
It's a real privilege to say, I deserve to do what I love. But that takes into account so many different things that have to happen before you do that. Just because you deserve it doesn't mean you're going to get it.
Put another narcissist on the burn pile.
Yeah. And
Truly.
So he did say he did other jobs, and he's like, I'm not trying to get another job because I know my wife will support me. She knows it's my passion. It would dilute my focus to get
It is
another
my
job.
focus. Cut to the laziest Halloween costumes ever.
Thank you. This is
You're from Egypt and you're going to be a pharaoh. That's a hat on a hat.
a hat on a hat.
What are you doing?
And they're not even like Mark Anthony and Cleopatra. It's
No,
like the
it's
first
like-
pharaoh and Cleopatra.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, Cleopatra did not wear black. Everybody knows that. That's Cleopatra.
Also, why is she not putting on like Cleopatra eye makeup?
The wig.
It's so lazy.
It's so lazy. Stupid.
So it's Halloween. I've got to say, Halloween in New Orleans is something else, but because people go all out, and this is phoning it in totally, even from their friends. I kind of thought, and I like to thought the friends' husbands just went as themselves.
He was himself, and his wife is Rosie O'Donnell.
Dressing up as gay.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Exactly.
I think she was a Rockford Peach. I don't think she was Rosie O'Donnell.
Well, it was one of the other Rockford Peaches. Yeah.
And who was the other? What was the other person? Just a goth woman? Yeah,
I didn't get it.
Throwing it in.
You know you're going to be on television too.
You live in one of the most haunted, ghosty cities in the U.S. Anyway, they're going to this spook
do
house.
something cool. Yeah, they're going to this spook house.
And
yeah.
So he said, she's like, "Are you nervous to meet, Laura and Astra?" And he's like, "Why? Why shouldn't? Why am I
She's like,
nervous?"
well, they want to know that you like me and that your intentions are good.
They want
and
to talk to you.
And his de facto is always like, "Oh, well, where's my ticket then? Bye, Debbie. Bye. I'm leaving you."
She says, "That's not funny."
He's done that all the time already.
Yeah, he mentions it all the time to leave. The other thing about that is, he won't do it.
Yeah.
Because he wants to be in America so bad. He's doing it just to hurt her.
Yeah. This guy, yeah. It's not that he doesn't love her and he's completely conning her. He actually resents her.
Yeah, he wants to bother her.
Yeah.
He wants to bully her.
He does.
wants to hurt her.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's really fucking sick.
Yeah.
This guy's really, really bad.
Yeah, he's really bad. And we see, and physically, I worry.
Yeah, yeah. So there, she's like, I don't like haunted house. He's like, oh, it's just acting. It's all not real. Yes, I can know it's not real, but when you walk through there smiling slowly, slow walking through there, one of the creepiest things I've ever seen on television.
Oh, they're looking
Was
at
him.
People going through entrails, and he's looking over like, oh.
He's like, wow.
It's just like, again, just go with the spirit of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Even I don't like them, but I roll with it.
Yeah. Did you notice one of the friends had a husband named Jeff? Did you catch how it was spelled?
I did not.
Jef. One F.
F. FF,
Never
right?
heard. No.
No.
F. One.
I can't accept that. I can't accept that. That's not even a Jeff. That's a Jeff. Jeff. No, I don't accept that.
Maybe his name is like
Jephiah.
Jephosaphat.
Jephosaphat. Jeffstopher.
Jeffstopher. Jeff with one F.
I'm so glad I didn't see that. That would have made me angry.
So
That's dumb. Move on.
I do have to say about this spook house, this was a really claustrophobic one. When they were having to go through them, I was like, I would not have liked this. And
You don't like them either.
I do not like them because my response, I've mentioned this before, when I'm scared, my first response is most people run. I get angry and want to I want to punch someone. And I'm afraid that I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
So my first response is violence. When
You
I'm
choose
scared.
violence when
I
you're scared.
choose violence. Yeah. And I'm worried I'm going to hit someone
Yeah.
because I don't want to hit anybody.
And
Unless
they'll
I
sue you.
want to.
No, you're not getting sued. This is why we're never doing a Reality Gays trip to a spook house.
No,
'Cause if we
I
do
won't.
it under the business, they can sue me too.
I'll just deck a scarecrow. all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
and then next thing you know, we don't have a podcast because we've been taken over.
I don't really hit with my fist. I'm probably more like slap with an open hand.
You do hit like a girl. That's
Yeah.
true.
Or I push someone out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I push people out of the We already know the story of me pushing my girlfrining out the back door.
Just shoving her.
Poor Lacey.
So he's unbothered. He's just ruining it for the other performers.
Yeah, really.
And the friends got outside and said, that was weird.
Yeah.
He was really unbothered by all that. And
he's kind of smiling, saying, that was amazing. And they're
Yeah.
like, something's not right. That
And
was off.
it's like they weren't comforting each other. They weren't hanging on each other. He seems like he's putting on an act. It seems like, I hope he came here for Debby and not his career, but I'm questioning that now. So we're going to go to drinks. And the one friend rides with them.
Laura is going to ride with them.
Yeah, the one in the Rockford Peach outfit.
Yeah, and they're in the car. He's just watching some video. Y'all, this is the first time he's meeting these people.
Mm-hmm.
He's just watching some video on his phone. He's making no effort to speak to them, to talk to them, to engage with them.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Make no mistake, this is a major personality disorder.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
This is someone who is dangerous.
This is like, I already see like, this is someone like on the sociopath next door you'd read about. Especially later when we see how angry he gets. This is someone who I think would beat the shit out of someone
Uh-huh. Yeah.
out of anger.
Or at least slap them.
Yeah. Debby, run.
It is just very silent in this car. And then he's popping his knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone, you know how I feel about that when you do it.
You hate it.
Most people do. It's not a good sound.
Well, you don't like it. I know.
The friend says, it was like I wasn't there. His whole personality changed when they got in the car. He wasn't trying to talk to anybody. And they get out of the car and he says, I'll be there in a minute. And he just looks at his phone. She does say
it's like she said it's like his personality changed.
And Debbie says he does that. He goes from 0 to 100 and then quickly back to something else.
She's like, and when he does that, I take steps back and let him wear himself out, which when I heard that sentence, I went, so that means, because if I was her therapist and she said that to me, I would say, so does that mean you're scared of him when he's this angry?
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to say that word because what that could denote or the connotations with that. But that's what it is.
Yep.
Y'all, that's like a step. If you're with someone and they get into a tizzy and you feel like I have to back off and let them calm down, that's because you're probably scared and that's not healthy.
What do you mean?
I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Good, I need some time. Give me 10. Give me 10.
Give me 10.
Give me fucking 10.
Give me fucking 10.
Give me fucking 10.
So
that's on our recap of Love Island.
Love Island. So they go into the restaurant. Laura goes in. Debbie comes. He doesn't get out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't understand, why is he even mad?
I don't even think it's that. It seems like he gets mad. She gets to the back of the car crying, and he's like,
"No, but let me back this up. This is where I'm confused. I want to ask you, why was he was really happy after the spook house? They all had a nice exchange.
That was the personality change. He got quiet.
So it was so crazy. So the only reason I could tell why he got so quiet and angry was he's done with these people and he's bored.
It's that, and I don't even know if that. I think people read that as anger. I don't even know if he was angry in the car.
That's true as well. He was just detached and
detached, absolutely at like flatlining, paying them very aloof, watching on his phone like no one was there. That's what the friend said.
Yeah,
it's like she and Debbie weren't there.
Yeah,
but I'm sure Debbie, like you, mistook that for anger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think I think he's just neutral. He just goes zoop and does his own thing. Now, what will get him into that state is he just refuses to participate in polite society. He refuses to do it, even though he loves her supposedly.
Because she says, "Yeah, go ahead."
He said, "She's like, I'm nervous for being friends." He goes, "Why?" And because his thought is, "Why do I have to participate? I don't have to make them like me. I'll go home."
You have everything that you need. And she's like, "Well, why are you being so rude?" He said, "I don't need anything from you. What do you mean?
I'm not being rude.
Focus on what you do."
And then he shushes her and threatens to take an Uber, threatens to leave. And then
she actually says, "I don't think you love me."
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where he threatens to take an Uber.
And then he says, "Get me a flight." She's like, "You're going to buy your flight." And then she goes, "Yeah, you can fuck that slut in Egypt, but you can't be compassionate with me."
Excuse me?
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Don't remember. When she said that, I went, okay.
Isn't it interesting now with this is she gets, instead of trying to figure this out and kind of talking through this, she gets reactive.
Well, this is one. What is there? What is for if she sat and quote figured it out? What would she figure out?
He doesn't love her.
How would she feel?
Worthless.
There you go.
So
that's why we avoid these
things. So she needs to feel anger.
It's too painful to actually to recognize it.
Yeah. And then he's like, ask her why she's crying. And he calls her a bitch. And the friend is going, you don't speak to her like that. And then she's like, don't you yell at me. And the friend and him start yelling.
He starts yelling at her. It gets in the friend's face.
Yeah.
And almost, it's scary.
Yeah. And then Debbie leaves him in the parking lot.
She drives off and
Insane.
leaves, and he goes, fuck you.
And then next week, do we think they'll be fine?
I hope not.
I don't even know who lets
Because
them
we
be
haven't,
treated-
we met all the couples. I'm sorry. We both talked at the same
who
time. What were you
lets them
saying?
be treated like this? If you
Oh.
do,
Honey, people get treated way worse even.
I agree.
Sadly.
But this is so stark. If you see it, please, if you are treated like this anyway, this is not love. This is not
No,
love.
it's not love. And you think
There
you
might have
have
been love, but there's not anymore.
and you think that you might have love, but probably all you have is time. You had time with that person,
Mhm.
and time is not what you build a relationship upon.
And then what you do, you call your friend because they already know all this shit, and you say, I need an exit plan.
You need to say, hey, is Bobby an asshole? And they're going to go, yes.
Yeah. No, and sadly, or if you found out a lot of your friends have stopped talking to you because you aren't listening anymore, or you're just being isolated, call one friend and say, I need to get out. And
That is another reason he wants her to move. He wants to isolate her so that way she'll be indebted to him.
Yep.
And she'll just work away at her job while he just goes to audition after audition after audition because he's going to be so in demand.
Debbie's
Sure.
Tax Services. How can I help you?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the show.
That's the show, everybody. So that's our part one. Part two, we're going to talk about Shay and Annabelle, Edward and Marissa, and Thomas and Paula.
Paula.
Woo. Paula, yes. Woo. Whoa.
I thought that was fake too, but then I realized no, it wasn't, because it was about something so small.
Yeah, that's why it was
And
real.
That's why it was real.
That's why it was real. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. We appreciate that very much. Leave us 5 stars. And if you don't know what to write, you can always say, keep going, Queens. You can also find us on the YouTube. You can watch this on YouTube's every Tuesday. Yes. If you're on the $15 tier of Patreon, you can watch this and part 2 on Sunday night when it airs. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. We call these people lonely hearts because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love in all the wrong places?
Yes. And if you've ever gotten furniture that someone gave you, look at it now. And if you're on it right now, you're laying in cum, baby. You're laying in cum.
Come stains.